It's the Mesa Boogie Mark V 25. What can it do? Spoiler alert, everything. We're going to get a chance to taste a little bit of that today right here on GearGasms. Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host, Alan Barnes. Today, I'm finally going to take an in-depth look at the Mesa Mark V 25 watt. It's right here. You've seen it in tons and tons of shots. When I first got it, close to a couple of years ago now, maybe a year and a half, I didn't even have the cabinet for it. I basically did just the first look video into the Marshall 4x12, which didn't even have a good impedance match, and look at it and blow the head. But anyway, that's another story. So now I've had some time, I've learned it a little bit. I've got the 12-inch speaker, I've got the cabinet that goes perfectly with it, and we're going to get a chance to go through all of the amazing tones that this amp can get. And believe me, it can get everything. But today, we're just going to focus on the clean side of the amp. Now the Mesa Mark V 25, it's got 2 channels. Each of those 2 channels though has 3 voices. So it almost kind of like sort of has 6 channels. Now the clean side has clean, fat, and crunch. So without any further delay, we're going to get right into the clean side of this gorgeous Mesa Boogie, and we are going to do so with this glorious PRS Custom 24. So the first thing we're going to do is start off on the clean channel. Kind of have everything sort of neutral-ish. With Mesa's, noon is straight up is not necessarily neutral when it comes to EQ knobs. I am in 25 watt mode and not 10. And before we even get too deep into it, let me see if you can hear why. I'd always been told that these amps that switch wattages, basically the difference is you have more clean headroom on the larger setting. Okay, with the Mesa Boogie, it guts it. When you take it to 10 watts versus 25 at the same volume, we're not even talking about gain on this time, we're talking about clean, it just sort of hollows it out. I'll let you hear it. This here is 25. 10. It's just a lot more there than the 25 watt. So I'm using the Paul Reed Smith neck pickup. Just gorgeous cleans. Just very, very nice. Here's EQ on. I like it on in both instances. More of a single coil tone. Middle. It'll clap a little at you if you give it something. Give it the bridge and the full. All right, so like I said, that's just the basic clean. Just glassy and glorious. We'll drop the mid all the way out, let you hear that. That mid, did you hear the exaggeration of it? It wasn't just the mid that came up, the volume went way up. I was playing around with the looper and used the Charvel, threw a little bit of chorus to set up a loop just to sort of noodle over. We'll see how it sounds. All right, so let's find out how much dirt we can get out of just the clean. I'm gonna take the master way the hell down. We're gonna go way up on the gain. Starting to get a little boxy, a little woody. Some clean Black Sabbath. Let's go all the way. We ain't scared. Little bit of presence. Did you hear that? So certainly for blues guys, it's going to be right up your alley. You blues lawyers that play PRSs and expensive Mesa Boogie amps, got all that money. Let's go to fat, and I don't mean fat in a pejorative sense. I mean the next channel on this amp. So this is the clean. Fat. It's still clean, it's just even more round. It's one of my favorite channels on this amp. It's just, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous gooiness for days. How it sounds with those single coils. A little bit of chorus. Just so nice. Let's try it over that loop again. See if we can solo over that. So let's explore the fatness. Turn the EQ off. On. Just every note, so good. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I don't even know what to play. What should I play? Just minor seventh chords. 13th. Is that a 13th? That chord right there? It's kind of my go-to jazz chord. Makes people think I'm fancy. I play that chord and I'm like, he must be college educated. Give it a little wiggle, they're done. Let's give it a little more presence. Oh, that's a lot. Goodness gracious. Never really understood treble and presence and resonance and bass. Aren't they kind of the same thing? I know they appear in different parts of the circuit, and I know electronically they do different things, but sometimes my ears can't hear the difference. Maybe it's because I'm quite stupid. So that is the fatness. gonna do, let's make this fat, let's make it noisy. We'll take the master way the hell down. All right, so now we're on the fat channel, gain at 1 o'clock. Give it a humbucker. That sounds pretty cool. Master down again. Let's just bang the gain all the way up. That's the max on fat. Just so you remember, max on the clean. Fat. Not much difference in the hair, but a lot more difference in the belly. So that's the fat. Let's move into the crunch. One more thing before we leave the fat though. I want to show you something. Again. This is the 25 watt. That has nothing to do with clean headroom. That has everything to do with the different triode, diode configuration, the tricks that they do inside the tubes to reduce that wattage, and it guts the sound in my highly unprofessional opinion. So we're fat. We know it. We're gonna crunch. Oh my goodness, see now I didn't touch anything else, just a crunch. See where the gain is, master, everything is the same. You hear that telltale. Now right away, first blush, that sounds a little boxy to me. So let's start out, we'll take the EQ out of the equation. So I'll set up the sound I want without the EQ in the equation. That sounds a lot less boxy. See, just a little bit of fiddle farting around. That's the beauty of the Mesa amps, this particular series. Some people are intimidated by that. It's like, whoa, that's too much for me, dude. But man, you can just get moving things around just a little bit and get a whole different vibe. And then you add pickup switches and all that to that. Oh, goodness gracious. This is my desert island amp. If I had to get rid of everything and keep one amp, this bad boy is it. Let's hear that again. That's the neck pickup. I don't know if you pick up on that. Flubby. Okay, so that's that amount of gain. I'm still going to pull the mids back a little bit. Let's see how we do. I can tell by my background hiss. If I keep that at the same level, I won't push these mics too hard. Dear Father, forgive me. Let's take the EQ out. Comes alive, I love it. That's plenty of gain on tap. For me, let's just pretend we just had this one channel with the 3 different voices. That's a 3-channel amp. That is so different. Wish they made a foot switch. And maybe they do. Scare me in the comments if I'm wrong. But if they had a foot switch that would take you not only from channel, but within the different voices within the channel, oh my Lord, that would be all you would need. But there's a lot of dirt over here on this clean, you gotta admit. We ain't even up to noon. And we're full on kind of almost somewhere between AC/DC and Poison. So let's give it a little bit more. Let's give it all the way to 2 o'clock, baby. Let's go to 3. We don't even have to give a crap. See the sheer joy of that? I almost had a Daryl Braun-esque stupid grin on my face plastered there from this amp. It was totally genuine though, not that made up stuff. There it is. There it is. So that's 3 o'clock, peoples. Single coil. Middle. See, you can still get the throatiness of that. It's not that overly compressed out 90s super saturated metal. This, I know I'll get killed for this. The crunch on this thing is better at being this than this is. Kill me. Unsubscribe. That's the max you can get. You hear the noise, don't you? That's the max. All right, here's all that gain in 10 watt mode. $10-watt switch, totally useless. So let's take out the max gain that you can get from the old Mesa Boogie on the clean channel with a little bit of lead stupidity. Well, what did we learn today? We learned that this little guy over here is capable of an enormous amount of sounds on just the first channel. We also learned that even on the clean channels, if you crank the gain all the way up on them, they can get a little bit hairy too. Wide range of tones, especially that fat channel, blues for days. Can you imagine how gorgeous that would be? You could just sit right there and then just bring it back and forth with like a tube screamer and maybe a clone. It would be just delish. As always, I thank you for your time. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Tell a few of your low rent friends about GearGasms. I know you got them. And your low rent friends, maybe they're interested in a t-shirt. Just got the logo redone. Just got a brand new design. Super stoked about that. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Richie Blackmore about it, because in addition to being a cranky old man, he's always been kind of a prick. But play more guitar, watch less YouTube, and keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.